All right. So, for those of you who want to go from here to college and then further study, maybe you love this so much you want to get an advanced degree in some particular subject. It's much better to make all your mistakes with me because this is a free class. You know what I mean? Like any little tiny mistakes, like if for instance, I mentioned that I don't want to embarrass anyone. I mentioned that this was the question, and some people went a little bit off topic. That's fine. Practice all your mistakes with me because this class is free and it's my job to help you out. Make all the mistakes in the free class. Because when you, let's say you do so well here, you go to Bunker Hill Community College, you go to Quincy College, then you advance to a more competitive school, Boston University, whatever you're doing, you go to MIT, Harvard, whatever, and then you're paying thousands of dollars, you're borrowing money, and you make a little mistake, that'll be a very expensive little mistake. So make all the mistakes now while it's free with me. So that's my advice. Don't feel bad about any little mistakes. If you misspell something and I say, hey, please use the spell check, don't cry about it. It's a good thing. Make all the mistakes now. And for those of you who are looking for more workforce training, think about this type of exercise, not so much as preparing for college. Many of you have advanced degrees from other countries, but let's say if you're not used to writing in English and you're sending an email in English to a lot of people at a company, those little mistakes can be a little bit embarrassing. So do all that with me. So make all those little mistakes with me. Pedro, you're an entrepreneur, right? You have to talk to clients a lot.
Sorry?
You have a small business, I believe. You talk to clients a lot.
Yes.
So Pedro, I invite you to make all of your mistakes in English with me. Get it all out here.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
when you
no.
and then
Of course I will, because I have my own business. Like, I work as a financial planner, like selling like life insurance, retirement plans, stuff like that. But it's like a part time. So the last week I went to interview in the Bank of
Mhm.
America, and like uh the manager there. So he told me, "Hey Pedro, uh, I'm not gonna say no, and it's not a yes and no as well, but I can understand in English, but I need you to be more confident with your English, like you are speaking in Portuguese." So
Oh,
I told him, I'm doing some English classes, and of course, I will do my best to improve my English, because I want to take this opportunity. So I'll be back.
excellent. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, use this opportunity to get all that practice in. And
Yeah.
tonight we'll have actually several discussions in breakout rooms. So get it all out in this class so that when you're in a situation where it really matters, if you're sending an email in English, you're messaging a client in English, you have a job interview, or you're taking a college class in the US, that's when it really matters. That's when the stress is high. That's when you're sweating and thinking, oh man, I got to get this right. Make all your mistakes now so then you learn from it. And then in the real world, you're much more confident. I hope that is encouraging to everybody. Um, that's about it. Thank you, Wesleyan, for not crying when I opened up your assignment. Are you? Oh wait, are you crying? Oh man, I made Wesleyan cry.
I was.
Oh, okay. All right. We love you, Wesleyan.
Don't
All right.
worry.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so that's it. Just check the comments. And for the five who I haven't I read those assignments yet, don't worry, I didn't forget about you. I'll probably knock that out tomorrow. Anyway, let's get into the next order of business. So we're going to look at a lecture by Joe Gebbia. And I'm using these questions that are a little bit long-winded, but I want to use this as an exercise to summarize Actually, hang on one second. Let me, there is my toolbar. I should to simplify something. Here we go. So first question is related to innovation and adaptability right here. And I'll actually name the names of students who will tackle this question. So what I'll do is I'll create 3 rooms now. I'll tell you exactly who will take these questions. Here we go. I'm going to create 3 breakout rooms. All right. So if you hear your name, Pinar, Saranya, Valentina, and Wesleyan. If you heard your name, you're going to be in breakout room number 1, and this will be your question. So let's take a look at the first 2 words I circled in the blue there. Innovation and adaptability. Who could tell me what is innovation, to innovate?
To create something new, like, or improve something, doing like a new strategy, something like that.
Yeah, to create something new or to make changes to something that pre-exists. That would qualify as innovation. And adaptive, that's perfect, Alexander. So to be able to, generate something that has not pre-existed before, that's to innovate. And what does it mean to adapt? Anybody else? To adapt.
It's
Getting
like use something that usually exists to solve a new problem.
Okay, yeah, sure. It fits. Think adaptability. A synonym of that is flexibility.
Teacher,
Yeah.
this this word could mean like learn something new, like a culture from like a new country. You
Mhm.
have to adapt from from the place you're living right now, like something like this.
That's a great way to contextualize that word. Yeah, people use this word a lot in the context of changing countries. People might say, I haven't quite adapted to living in America yet. Oh, I have adapted well to living in America. Or I'm really impressed at how quickly you've adapted. So an ability to change within the circumstance, change to your environment, work well in a different location, to adapt. It's kind of a word used in science, like evolution. I have a little garden. I was angry at, really, really tiny, just like as big as the table that this computer is on. And some of the plants I know will survive through October, and a few will survive the colder months. So some of the plants that I plant adapt to the weather and some do not. They die and you replant them again. Anyway, so that's innovation and adaptability. So do I have a volunteer to read this question right here? To 2 sentences. Any volunteer?
Me.
Okay, go for it.
The first one, right?
Yeah, Gebbia talks.
Gebbia talks about how Airbnb adapted and evolved from an air mattress in his living room to a global phenomenon. What lessons can individuals and organization learn from Airbnb's journey about innovation and adapting to unexpected challenges?
Great. So this is a true story. The company Airbnb started, the name Air came from a literal air mattress. Joe Gebbia, has anybody ever been to the city of San Francisco?
No.
San Francisco has a housing crisis. I mean, it has for a very long time. It's a very expensive place to live, and they don't build enough housing. I mean, I'm talking like they don't have enough affordable housing. They don't have enough unaffordable housing. Even the rich people have a hard time finding a place to live. It's pretty crazy. So people will subdivide homes. You'll see like one room, and people will, put curtains in between the walls and say, okay, this is your room. You pay this much per month, and this is your, and you pull the curtain. Oh, that's your room, and it's a bit crazy. So they came up with this idea for a business where they would just rent out air mattresses on their floor, and that turned into Airbnb. The only reason I'm explaining that is because that's where the word air comes from, Airbnb. A B&B is a acronym for bed and breakfast. It's like a small hotel, or like a side of the road motel, B&B. Airbnb, it means an air mattress. It means you're only paying for that air mattress on the floor. So people who are going to the big expensive city and didn't have a lot of money to spend could rent an air mattress on somebody's floor. And that's how this multi-million-dollar company began. Yes, Alejandro.
Teacher, I'm sorry, I have a question.
Yes, no problem.
I don't understand about air mattress. Air mattress, I mean,
It's a mattress that you blow up with air.
oh, I got it.
Let me actually find a picture. And here we go. Hang on 1 second. Oh. Okay, here we go. All right. I'll actually send this I'll send this picture to the group. Air mattress. Okay, so these are the images that come up. Okay, sending pictures of air mattresses to the group. Here we go. Okay, everybody take a look. Very popular among young adults in this country. I remember I was renting out a very small room in New York, and I had a little air mattress because I could deflate it and then I could inflate it again and have a lot more space where I was living. So that's an air mattress. All right. Is it anyone's right now? Is this anyone's first time seeing an air mattress by chance? I'm assuming they're popular elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have one, but when my how can I say this? My mother-in-law came to visit to us here in Boston.
Yeah.
We had to borrow one of those from one of our friends because we just have one bed in our room. So we had to borrow one of those because they had to sleep in those. I mean, in that one. But it's comfortable. I mean, it's not like a bed, but it's really good.
They get the job done. They're all right. Yeah. But anyway, that's what an air mattress is, and that's where the word Airbnb comes from. Here we go. Let's see. All right. Okay. Yes. So the question is, Gebbia talks about how Airbnb adapted and evolved from air mattresses in his living room to a global phenomenon. So it started out as just a very small idea, some people renting out air mattresses on their floor, and then became this huge multinational company. That's innovation and adaptability. That question is for, whoops, I'll read the breakout rooms again. Here we go. That question is for, hold on. Pinar, Saranya, Valentina, and Wesleyan. All right. Next up, community and trust. I think everybody understands the words community and trust. So, Gebbia, or actually, let's get a volunteer to read. Can I get one volunteer, please, to read the second question? Who is IP? I see little I, big P.
Gebbia emphasizes the role of trust and community
Hmm.
in the success of Airbnb. How important is trust in the sharing economy, and what strategies can companies employ to build and maintain trust among users, especially in the context of peer-to-peer platforms?
All right. Okay. So, community and trust. This question will go to. All right. Second question will go to Elise, Jeff de Paul, Maria, and Pedro. So you'll take the second question, community and trust. And you know what I'll do is I'm going to put numbers on these questions. That'll make it a little bit easier. When you go into the breakout rooms, this will help you out. Mm-hmm. All right. Doesn't look as pretty, but that should help. All right. Okay. Now, the last question, impact and responsibility. This has become something that will be debated more next week, because there, in the world of short-term rentals, there are always disasters that can happen. Somebody breaks something in your house. Whose fault is it? Is it the fault of the renter, or is it the fault of the company, the internet platform? So that sort of thing. Something more drastic than damaged property. Whose fault is it? Who is held responsible when something goes wrong? Who would like to read this question, question number 3? For names.
Can I again? Yeah.
I was going to say, Taina, can you want to choose anybody? I see Inez has her hand up. Yes, Inez, go for it. You're using your hand raising emoji so well, Inez. Okay. All right. Go for it, Inez.
Airbnb has transformed the hospitality
Hospitality.
industry and changed the way people travel. What are the positive and negative impacts of the sharing economic model exemplified by Airbnb on local communities, economies, and traditional industries? How can companies balance innovation with social responsibility in such disruptive models?
All right. Now this question will go to, here it comes. All right. Question number 3 will go to Alejandro. IP. Who are you, my dear? Your username says IP. I forgot. I recognize the face, but I just see it's written, it says IP. Blue shirt, IP. Who are you? Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Who is this?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just knew that
Okay.
wasn't your name.
I'm Erica.
Say it again, please.
Erica Gonzalez.
Erica, yeah, Gonzalez. Okay, Erica Gonzalez. Yes, Erica. IP is Erica. Now I know. So that'll be so that question number 3 will go to Early in the semester, I haven't recognized all the faces yet. All right, so early in the semester, there we go. So Alejandra, Erica, and Inez will be tackling question number 3. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you to the lecture itself. When you open this up, you see Joe Gebbia, co-founder of Airbnb. And you've probably seen this before, but I'm usually when I walk through this website with students, they're using the really great language learning features for the first time. So if you take a look right here, you can see the usuals: play, stop, got it? What about this one? If the speaker is going too quickly, you can adjust the speed, get them to speak slowly. Very helpful for language learners. And here's my favorites for those of you who want subtitles in different languages. Take a look. There you go. Choose your language. Can't guarantee the translations will be perfect, but it can help. User-friendly, enjoy. I'll keep the subtitles in English just for the sake of class tonight. I'll stop the recording because I don't own the copyright to this lecture. Here we go. I'm going to stop the recording here. Okay, go for it, Elise. How do you feel about short-term rentals in your neighborhood?
Unhappy because every time you will have to deal with strangers and you don't know who is who. Sometimes they could be good person, but sometimes not. Even, and especially if you have kids, like during summertime, your kids are doing like playing in the playground or outside, and they will have to face people they don't even know. If they are bad people, you can be in trouble because things happen. That's why I don't really like this kind of neighborhood. It's a little bit scary.
Okay, so the idea of lock boxes for keys and total strangers with suitcases staying there for 1 night, 2 nights, or however long, Elise is not happy about it. Thank you, Elise. Elise, would you mind looking in the chat? Erica, your classmate, left a similar comment. Her microphone is having some issues. Would you read Erica's comment for her, please?
No happy and increase in noise and other nuisances.
So Elise, your friend Erica agrees with you. You're both not happy. So I suggest Elise, Erica, you could probably like pool your money together, buy a duplex, and you can sit in the porch, and then when you see these people walking down the street, you just kind of look at them and say, "Go home." Yeah. Pedro.
Yeah. First I want to start saying like I respect all opinions, but I would be very happy because I think to me things happen every time. You know, it's not even like new people, new persons or coming in your neighborhood to, you know, to stay in some Airbnb or house that work this way. You know, sometimes you have like drivers you never seen before driving around your street, so they could be bad persons as well. So, and to me, like I feel very bad with me when, you know, someone stop me in the street, ask for me something about the neighborhood that I live, and I don't even know how to explain, you know, to then where the where stay the ATM or the supermarket, or some street that they are looking for. And so I live there, and I don't know how to explain where they should go. So, and I like help peoples, so I would be fine if uh if there is some of the Airbnbs right here around my neighborhood. And I think to meet new peoples, it's a good thing. So that's my opinion.
Thank you, Pedro. All right. Oh, I forgot Alejandro and then Maria. Alejandro, go for it. Or did Alejandro?
Yeah, I'm here,
Oh,
teacher.
there you
I'm
are.
sorry.
Hey, yeah, no, it's okay. I remember you had your hand up. I didn't
Yeah.
forget.
I'm going to answer that question
Mhm.
with an example.
Yep.
My wife and I, we have an apartment in our country.
Mm-hmm.
So before we came here, we wanted to rent that apartment with the furnitures inside. I mean, with the bed, with the furniture, with the all home appliances, right? So we wanted to rent that apartment for people to wanted to be in our city as a tourist, or I don't know, so business travel, something like that. But the apartment is inside of a complex with another's apartment. So the manager told us that we can't do that because the other owners, they're gonna get complaint for the noise, for a lot of people getting inside the complex, because the complex has pool, has a gym, parks for the childrens and everything. But inside they're gonna be like people every single day, different people from different countries, from different cities, I don't know. And the manager didn't allow to do that. So we cannot rent the apartment just for short terms, because the other owners didn't allow as well. So it's because of that. I mean, the people doesn't want to be with different people every single week, supporting the noise, because the people that who is going to be as a tourist, they're gonna get the parties, they're gonna get the music with high volume. They're gonna get invite some people inside the apartment. So it's because of that. So that's the example that I wanted to let everybody, that we couldn't do that because the complex of the apartments didn't allow.
Thank you, Alejandro. Let's hear from Maria. She's patiently had her hand up. Go for it, Maria.
Yeah, teacher, I think that it's easy when you have good terms and conditions. For example, it's just rent for the no pets, or just for the students, or um, something like that. I think that easy, but I don't know. I think that if you put fee for noise, for your pets, or anything something like that, is more easy if you has Airbnb. I think so.
All right. Anybody else want to join in? Oh, Inez, go for it. And then, yes.
I think is depends the situation, because is a very hard problem when you live in residential neighborhood, and the people pay expensive in this place, and the people want a good time, no, don't noise, security. Um, eh, really, when the people every day is a new person, and the person in is a party, because tourist is maybe happy and drinking, um, is a time party, and it's not easy for the all the neighborhood this consequence, this something. I thinking is necessary regularity for the zone. Um, this zone is for this business. This building is for the construction for this tourist. This place tourist zone is very important. I think in that, because it's complex.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, Anna. So zoning, you think zoning is a good idea? Certain neighborhoods could be zoned for, zoning means like certain rules in certain locations. So certainly you could have a zoning rule that one neighborhood can have short-term rentals and one neighborhood cannot. All right. Would you like to, so who believes Inez should run for mayor of her city? Pedro, okay, Pedro is smiling, so think about it, Inez. All right. Elise. Oh, thought Elise had something she wanted to add. Oh, wait, I think Jeff Paul, you had your hand up a little while ago. Did you want to add something?
Yes. I want to give my opinion about the question.
Yes, please.
I see the question is a personal opinion, and I respect everybody's opinion about how do we feel about short-term rentals in our neighborhood. First of all, I think it's depend of where is the neighborhood and what kind of strangers will come in the neighborhood. It's like, I think Elise mentioned that, and Pedro, I think, mentioned that is depend of what kind of strangers. So if somebody as children, they will be scared about who is come to rent in their neighborhood. So in my opinion, I didn't feel scared about strangers because I like meet new people. So my personal opinion is I feel good when it's good person, and I feel scared when it's bad person. So that's my opinion.
All right. Okay. Oh, and I sent out a poll a little while ago, and I'll end it right now. The overwhelming majority have voted to not take a break and continue. So thank you all who voted. Let's keep going. So we won't take a break. We'll keep it moving right along. Wesley, did you want to add something in regards to this question?
There's almost everything.
Okay, I thought you had your hand up. Never mind. All right, so Wednesday, the NGen assignment relates to the city of Barcelona. So the city of Barcelona, beautiful city in Spain. They have taken, like a lot of cities, their political leadership has taken action against short-term rentals. So here it is. See, Barcelona's ban on short-term rentals. Oh my goodness, one of you already decided to turn in early. Great, but that's it. You click on here and then you go right into the assignment and then just take the screenshot. You can learn new vocabulary words. That'll be due Wednesday. And I've got a little bit of media regarding Barcelona's ban on short-term rentals that I will wrap up class with this evening. So simple enough, but what I will actually ask, one thing I wanted to say, ban on short-term rentals. Many cities have banned short-term rentals. New York is one of them, and it doesn't really work. I've stayed in New York many times and used an Airbnb. You just keep it quiet. It's very hard to police. Miami Beach has taken a lot of action. Police are oftentimes riding around different places, trying to see neighbors will call police if they see tourists staying in one place. Police will knock on doors, but it's kind of a cat and mouse game. People are always trying to, even when cities do create these rules, it doesn't mean that short-term rentals go away. It's like it just means there are new penalties, and it means that there's a large debate going on within the city. So Barcelona, big city for tourists, beautiful architecture, food, and all of these things. When you're reading this article for Wednesday, think about where you fall on this debate. Do you side with the tourists and the landlords who want to rent their homes out to visitors, or do you side with the people who are not a fan of short-term rentals, the people who don't want strangers coming in and out of their neighborhoods? So let's wrap up class with a little report that'll give you some context, and I'll stop recording right now. Here we go.